Hello everyone, TMMgamer here, and today I have the pleasure of bringing you a huge amount of Black Ops 2 information because yesterday I uploaded a video saying that I was a little bit unsure about uploading anything concrete about Black Ops 2 before Activision said it was okay, because if Activision come down hard on the people who are uploading this information, then there was a chance of my channel getting blocked. And if you have a machinima contract, you know, they'll come in and try and help you out. But if it was just a regular YouTuber like myself, the chances are that Activision would try and shut my channel down. But over the last few days, you've begun to see quite a few machinima partners. I mean, Woody's gamertag is the one that really showed me that it was okay, because, you know, Woody is very, very careful about his channel. He doesn't want any black marks on it at all, so he would not upload this stuff if it wasn't 100% kosher and fine. So let's launch straight in. But before I do, there's just one qualifier. You know, it's still only March the 29th. There's a long way to go. I mean, the games are normally released around November 15th, 9th, somewhere around there. So there's a lot of time to go before the game's released. So a lot of this information might not be true. And even if it is true right now, it might be changed. But enough of all that qualification. Let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is game modes. Now, apparently, according to the information I have here in front of me, there will be a new game mode. Now, this game mode is called Escort, and it sounds a little bit like Search and Destroy, because everyone who plays the game, you only have one life per round, and it's based on a round system like Search and Destroy. However, the objective isn't a bomb plant. The objective, as the game mode's name suggests, is a person. Basically, what it seems like you have to do is, on your team, you'll have a guy spawn, and he will be chosen as the person you've got to escort. And you have to get this guy alive to one or two, depending on the map, marked areas. And if you get them to that area, you get a point. So obviously, the other team's job is to stop the opposition from getting that marked player to the objective. Now, I'm not too sure if there's going to be a marker to tell you which guy is the best if you're on the other team. Obviously, if you spawn in, and it will tell you that this player is the person you've got to protect. But if you're on the enemy team, I'm not sure if it will tell you. So basically, you've got to be so careful. You can't let anyone get through your defences. And it's just a really interesting new take on a Call of Duty classic. You know, Search and Destroy has been in Call of Duty in lots of games for a long time. So to see it get a bit of a slight revamp is very, very interesting. But the good news doesn't stop there. According to the information, Drop Zone and Kill Confirm will return to Black Ops 2. I mean, Drop Zone was a very popular game mode, and there was a little bit of disappointment when Infinity Ward took it from the Modern Warfare 3 playlist. So to see that get confirmed as definitely being back is another very good thing. And also, Kill Confirmed will also definitely return, once again, according to the information. So that was another game mode that I've really enjoyed playing. It's a game mode that is new to the Call of Duty series, and it just freshened things up a little bit, because playing Domination and Team Deathmatch and Search and Destroy again and again got a little bit tedious. So having these new game modes in really does help freshen it up, and I'm pleased that Black Ops 2, it looks like it's going to be continuing with some more game modes. But unfortunately, for big fans of Team Defender and Infected, apparently those games are not going to be in the release version of the game. But, you know, what I would say about that is, what they could do is a system that Infinity Ward have done with Modern Warfare 3, which is basically have a public playlist where new game modes are getting introduced. So if there is a big demand for Team Defender or Infected, then that's not a bad thing. But I have to say, Team Defender for me didn't really work. I don't enjoy it. It's a bit of a hit and miss game mode. Sometimes it just encourages even more camping than you would see in a normal Team Deathmatch game. And you see so much camping in a normal Team Deathmatch game. But we'll see. You know, it's still very early days. Let's move into a little bit more of the game mechanics. Let's talk about the point streaks. According to the information, point streaks will follow Modern Warfare 3's system, and that is a fantastic thing, because it is well overdue for a Call of Duty to reward you for getting objectives. And, you know, it's brilliant that that happens. But what is even more fantastic news is Black Ops 2 seems to be going further. There is going to be a much larger emphasis on objectives. A bomb plant, for example, is now worth 2 points. Now, that is a big thing. Planting a bomb in Sabotage, in Search and Destroy, is a very tough thing to do, because it's the area of the map where people are going to be camping. There'll be claymores, you know. It's normally a very long way into the map as well. So you're going to have to advance through quite a lot of enemies, clear the objective, and then get the bomb plant. So I think if you manage to do that, you should be awarded 2 points for it. But they've gone further than that. In domination, if you capture a neutral flag, you will get 1 point. But if you capture an enemy flag, you will get 2 points. And that is fantastic. And an even better thing is they're introducing flag assists. So if you're on a flag and you on the flag from the start and die 2 seconds before you get captured, before it gets captured, you'll get points. I mean, the person who stays on there for the entire time will get 2, but you will get 1 if you get killed just before it's captured. And that is brilliant. So it's fantastic information to see that the point streak system is not only being retained, but being improved to really reward people for playing the objective. But once again, it does get much better than that, because the specialist point streak has been modified as well. 2 kills in the specialist point streak will get you 1 perk. 4 kills will get you 2 more perks. 6 kills will get you 3 more perks. And then 8 kills will get you 4 more perks. So basically, it will take you longer to get into your specialist streak, but once you have that 8th kill, you just turn into a monstrous killing machine. But every perk isn't unlocked when you get specialist, because when you unlock specialist in Modern Warfare 3, you get a tide of perks, but in Black Ops, they're not unlocking every one. And as in Modern Warfare 3, the perks you get in specialist will only be pro perks if you've got them in your prestige already. So if you just have normal steady aim and you unlock steady aim in a specialist class, it'll be regular steady aim. But if you have the pro steady aim and you unlock it through specialist, it will be pro, just like it is in Modern Warfare 3. So that's good news as well. Another fantastic piece of good news is the RCXD will not return. Now that was just such a cheap, annoying kill streak. It was a horrible kill streak. If you got 2 kills with hardline, you would get a little remote controlled vehicle of death, and it was just so frustrating to hear those things flying all over the map. And I'm just so glad they're gone. But there's just some fantastic news, because a new point streak reward is being talked about, and that is heat vision. Now apparently when you get the required points, you will pull a scope out of your bag and you will attach it to your weapon. Now the fantastic thing about this is the scope's main ability is to detect enemies through walls. Yep, you heard that correctly. There is now a point streak that enables you to wallbang campers, and this is just hallelujah news time, because so many Call of Duties, so many games, so many maps are just rendered unplayable through people sitting with Assassin, with a silenced ACR in a corner of a map where you can't see them, and they just mow you from distance. You have no idea where they are. And because Assassin's such an overpowered perk, there's no counter. But finally, there is a way to wallbang campers, and I'm thrilled it's in the game. I'm absolutely ecstatic. Unfortunately, the scope can only be attached to primaries, not including shotguns. So you can't whack this on your shotgun, but you can whack it on an SMG. So if you put it on an SMG, have a little sly wallbang, see there's a camp around the corner, you can go around, know exactly where he is, and take him out for being a camping scrub. So that is fantastic. The information also mentions one more point streak, and that is an item package. Now apparently the item package is a 5-point point streak, and when you call it in, it will drop you a list of packaged items. So I think it's very similar to the Black Ops care package. It will drop you ammo, miniguns, grenade launcher, rocket launchers, and body armor. So now a care package has been split up into 2 things. So the regular care package will drop you your point streaks, but the item package will drop you ammo, miniguns, you know, all the things that will enable you to do better in a one-on-one gunfight, whilst the care packages, will enable you to get some easier and cheaper point streaks. So that is another really interesting addition to the game. Quick information on prestiges, because the prestige system has also changed slightly from the past Call of Duties. As in previous Call of Duties, there'll be 15 prestiges and there will be 50 ranks in the initial prestiges. However, where the change comes in is every 2 prestiges there will be a 5 rank increase in the number of levels in that prestige. So after 2 prestiges you'll be playing an extra 5 levels, after 4 prestiges you'll be doing an extra 10 levels, and what it works out is that the final prestige has 90 levels. So what that does is it makes the grind a lot harder for people who go to the further prestiges. So if you get to prestige 8, you're going to have to grind a lot harder than if you were back into prestige 1 or 2. So I think that's interesting as well, because you see a lot of people who just charge through the prestiges after about 2 weeks, and they've done them and then they're done. And I know you can reset your stats in Modern Warfare 3, but I don't want to reset my stats. I don't want to lose my weeks of hard work. You know, I want to just keep going. And hopefully this is a way that makes the challenge and makes the progression last a little bit longer, because you know it was a little bit faster prestige in some Call of Duty, so hopefully this will make it a little bit more of a challenge. But that's enough on the prestiging. A little bit of news as well on Elite. Elite is going to be fully incorporated into Black Ops 2. Now this could be bad or good depending on how well they do Elite, because Elite was a little bit of a botch job this time, so hopefully Elite will be sorted out and it will be a good thing, because Elite as an idea is a good thing, but in practice it's worked out very badly. So hopefully Elite will be sorted out, ready and raring to go for Black Ops 2. But let's move into just a little bit more information about the gameplay, because there's just some more fantastic news. There is not going to be any m.o.a.bs or nukes. There's going to be no last stand, and wait for this, there's going to be no death streaks. Thank you Treyarch. My days, this has taken so long to filter through to the people at Call of Duty, because we don't want players to be rewarded for doing badly. You know, if someone does well, they deserve to get a point streak or a kill streak or some cool bit of specialist perk. But if they die 7 times in a row, why should they have the ability to fall on their backside and blow you up with C4 with one button press? I mean, it's death streaks are just terrible. And if this is true, I am so pleased, so pleased that it's going to be coming back. One more thing on something that's not going to be in the game. The flamethrower attachment isn't going to be in the game. Now, I must have used the flamethrower attachment about twice in Black Ops, so that is no big news at all. But some more big news is map design. Apparently, the maps are going to follow the design of Black Ops and not Modern Warfare 3. And what this means in practice is there will be a lot more variety of maps, because in Modern Warfare 3 the maps are so claustrophobic. I mean, even a map the size of Downturn, and if you actually look at how big Downturn is a very big map, but it is so cluttered and claustrophobic, and you always feel like there's someone on your back. You know, you're always on the heels of someone, you can't quite get away, and then someone will spawn behind you and you'll die and you'll respawn in the same area. And it's just, you know, the maps are so cluttered and claustrophobic in Modern Warfare 3. It's brilliant news to hear that they're going back to the Black Ops style, because in Black Ops there was a variety. There was one or two maps that were cluttered, and then there were 1 or 2 maps that were big and really open and sniper paradises, and then there were indoor maps, and then there were garden maps, and you know, there were just a massive variety, and variety is always a good thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. More news on sniper rifles as well. Apparently there is going to be improved sniper rifle usage. Now, it doesn't really go into specifics, but if I was to think, I would say that it would be better quickscoping, because when the first Black Ops originally got released, quickscoping was virtually impossible. You basically had to sit there with your scope up for about 2 seconds, I think it was, before the bullet would be accurate. Now, that is too long. I mean, I'm not a big fan of quickscopers, but I would much rather have an assault rifle at close range or an SMG than a sniper rifle. So if someone wants to challenge themselves to try and quickscope, I think they should be allowed to do it. It shouldn't be cheap, it should be challenging, but it should be doable. And I think Black Ops got the balance a little bit wrong at the beginning of the game, because at the beginning of the game it was just impossible to snipe. It was impossible, because how many times in Call of Duty can you have the luxury of looking at someone for 2 seconds and not pull the trigger? I mean, there are very few instances when you can do that. The vast majority of time, when you see someone, you've got to shoot them, because the chances are they've seen you as well. So if you're sitting there, scoped in for 2 seconds, incredibly vulnerable, you're going to die a lot of the time. So I'm pleased that you can aim and pull the trigger with a sniper. However, to counter that a little bit, there is no aim assist for any sniper rifle. So if you want to headshot someone, you've got to do it off your own bat. There is no aim assist at all. But to help balance this out a little bit, there's less sway. So whilst you won't get the aim assist that you get in some Call of Duties, you're not going to have as much sway as you would with a sniper rifle. So I'm really, really pleased that that balance has been found, because I think the balance has been slightly missed in past Call of Duties, you know. Black Ops swung a little bit too far against the sniper, because in my opinion Modern Warfare 2 swung a little bit too close to the sniper. You know, it was too easy to snipe in Modern Warfare 2 and too hard to snipe at the beginning of Black Ops. I mean, it got a lot better as it went through, because Black Ops and Treyarch, one of the things they do very, very well is patch their game. Infinity Ward's something perhaps you might want to learn about, but the great thing about Treyarch is they do patch their game, and they realised that they had made a bit of a mistake, and they patched it and they repaired it. So sniping did get better. If the sniping is like it was at the end of Black Ops, I would be happy, because I think that sniping was very, very well balanced. If you played well, if you sniped well, you get a good score. If you didn't, you wouldn't, and that's what we want. You know, I don't want any cheap tactics. I don't want to be, you know, babied. I want to have weapons that are very nicely balanced, and if I play well, I'll do well. You know, that's the thing. And that's why it's such a big thing that death streaks are out the way. Because if I'm playing well, and I'm on a 15 kill streak, and someone kills me with a death streak, I am so angry. I mean, the m.o.a.b on Bakara that I got, on 22 kills, I survived a dead man's hand. If that dead man's hand had killed me, I don't think I would have had one piece of intact equipment in the house. I would have just gone mad, because I do not want my streak ruined by cheap tactics and, you know, just complete BS really. So the fact that sniping is going to be challenging but doable, and there's no death streaks, that's brilliant, brilliant news. But there's some more information about perks, because the perk system has been a little bit upgraded apparently in Black Ops 2. It's now called Perk 2.0, is a little bit of a gimmick, but now there are many, many things. The first thing perks now do is customization, so it customizes your appearance. Because in Black Ops, if you used any of the first perk, like Scavenger, Flak Jacket, Ghost, your appearance would change. Like, you'd have a ghillie suit with Ghost, you'd have more body armor with Flak Jacket, you'd have a hat and loads of different weapon pouches with Scavenger, you know, stuff like that. But apparently they've expanded that to include every tier of perk. So every single perk you use will change your appearance. And I think that's very, very good, because it just stops a lot of identikit people in the same lobby, because you know, you got a lot of players who would just look identical, and the fact that these players are going to look slightly different, you know, it's just a nice touch. They didn't have to do that, but they were prepared to put a little bit of extra work in to get it perfect, and that's something I'm really, really looking forward to. But let's get into more of the meat of the perk system. The major change that has been introduced into Black Ops 2 is how pro perks work. Because in past Call of Duties, basically you just do a few challenges and then you would unlock a pro perk. And that, the core basics of that has stayed the same. However, you now get the choice of what pro perk you want to get. And I'm going to give you an example. Apparently, there is a perk 1 perk called Speed. Now, Speed is basically quick draw in Modern Warfare 3. It enables you to aim down the sights faster. However, Speed has 2 pro perk benefits. The first pro perk benefit is a faster weapon swap, and the second pro perk benefit is a faster equipment throw. However, you can only choose one of those. So it's just going to result in a massive tactical dilemma. So which one of those do I want? And this whole player choice is a fantastic thing, and I want as much choice over what I do as possible. That's why I love strike packages so much, because, you know, they give you a lot more fine tuning, and you can really tailor individual classes to very specific maps and situations, and this enables you to get even more customization out of it. It's a brilliant idea, and I'm really looking forward to see how it works in practice. So it is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this. And another great thing, and a great bit of information to finish off in, combat training is back. Now, I don't know why Infinity Ward cut combat training from Modern Warfare 3, because it's a massive leg up for new players. When I first came into Call of Duty 4, I played the campaign and I went online, and I got massacred. I'm not going to pretend I didn't, because I did. I got massacred. If I would have had combat training back in COD 4, my progression curve would have been so much faster, because the great thing about combat training is you play on multiplayer maps, so you will learn the traffic locations, you will learn spawns better, you will learn the way around the map, you'll get used to weapons, you know. You can do all of this, you can do all of the things that you benefit from in multiplayer without playing against real people. And the great thing is, the bots have been massively upgraded now as well, because back in Black Ops, the only thing that would change when you upped the difficulty was how fast they would shoot you. So if you would have recruit on, they would see you, they would scope in, and they would wait like 5 seconds until they pulled the trigger. And on veteran, if they saw you, they pull the trigger straight away and you die. But what they've done now is, it's going to be a little bit more like the campaign difficulty. So these bots will have artificial intelligence, and if you move the difficulty up, they will find cover more intelligently, and they'll throw grenades, and they'll use teamwork, and you know. So you can just start on recruit just so you can learn the controls, and then slowly bump it up to veteran, so you're actually playing what would be a very, very, you know, tough game in multiplayer. And I think that's a fantastic thing. So I'm really looking forward to giving that a go. But there's one more thing that I just missed, and I'm pleased that I haven't missed this. I managed to get it in, because apparently hardcore is going to be a massive new thing in Black Ops 2, because hardcore has been a little bit of a fringe playlist. It's been a playlist where I've never enjoyed, because it just encourages even more cheaper tactics. But I think Black Ops 2 and Treyarch have finally managed to counter this, because apparently hardcore is going to be expanded to have a lot more servers, a lot more game modes. So there are no grenade launchers allowed in hardcore. Thank you. Only vehicle guided rocket launchers are permitted. So you can't have RPGs. So there's going to be no cheap kills, and that is great news. And one bullet in the foot will no longer kill a person. I mean, that's fairly obvious. If I got shot in the foot, I would know about it, but I would survive. You know, my foot might have to get quite a lot of repair work done, but you know, I would survive. It was ridiculous in hardcore that basically you could get sneezed on and die. So hopefully it's been refined to the point where it's an interesting challenge without being frustrating, because I thought, and I still think, hardcore is a very, very frustrating game mode, and that is why I never ever play it. So that is the Black Ops 2 information done. I mean, I told you on my video when I first let you guys know about this information how thrilled I was with it, and like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't know how much of this is actually true and how much is just, you know, speculation, and you're not too sure how much of this is going to change. But if this is their basic mission statement, it is virtually perfect. There is nothing I have read in this list that I have gone, no, that is rubbish. Everything I've read, I've been, that's a good idea, that's a good idea, that's what I would do, I haven't thought of that, but that was brilliant, that's fantastic. You know, I am so over the moon with this, because Call of Duty for so long has ignored the core community. I mean, Modern Warfare 2, and to a lesser extent, but still definitely applicable, Modern Warfare 3, those games punished good players. And I'm not sure if they intended to punish good players, but if you sit down and think about it, death streaks, one-man army, assassin, you know, all of these things end up punishing good players. Because if you're on a 24 kill streak, you're one off from your m.o.a.b, and you get killed by Dead Man's Hand when he should be watching the kill cam, you know, that is just so newbie. And that's the thing that I'm really, really interested about and really excited about this information, because it seems like Treyarch are setting up their game to be fair for everyone, and that's all we want. You know, I don't want a cheap way to win. I want a way that if I play well, I get a good score, and that's all I want. I don't want to be cheated out of kill streaks with crappy death streaks. You know, I don't want to be cheated out of victories by cheesy weapons. You know, I want a fair playing field, and that's what this information really shows to me, is that Treyarch are trying to set up a fair playing field for every class and every weapon. So I'm so happy about this information. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed the video. I've certainly enjoyed making it for you. I mean, it's approaching 24 minutes long now, so it'd be interesting to see how long this takes to render, but I would be absolutely thrilled if you could leave a comment saying what your favourite bit of the information is, or what part you're looking forward to the most, or even one part you're not quite sure about, because although I'm so pleased about it, I'm sure not everyone will be quite as pleased about it. So if you want to leave a comment, I really would be absolutely thrilled about that. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I really hope you have a fantastic day.